what is missing in Bollywood, which Hollywood has, and what is missing in Hollywood, which Bollywood has?
In terms of professionalism, in terms of fair and equitable practices for artists, actors, especially, and other creative input people. We can learn still a lot from the West. Just feed them religion and they will forget hunger, they will forget thirst. So, similarly, just now, I think social media is the opiate of the masses. But when the real hunger strikes,
Recently in news, we were seeing how Saif Ali Khan was stabbed. Do you think this has been there since forever?
what happened to Mr. Saif Ali Khan was very unfortunate, but it was very typical of any person in his position. Worry, not even a film actor. This wouldn't have been reported so widely, but because it is Saif Ali Khan, it is definitely uh, concern is pouring out of all the areas of the society. As long as there are actors who suffer from an insecurity about where their next movie is going to come from, where their next meal is going to come from, then they would also very actively participate in being a typecast. They said, no, we are not part of your sin. We are a part of what you bring on the table, but we are not going to be a part of your sin. And he realized.
वेलकम बैक टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ द विट चैट शो। आज के हमारे जो मेहमान हैं, ही नीड्स नो इंट्रोडक्शन। ही इज़ बिन अ फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड विनर। ही इज़ वर्कड इन ओवर 70 प्लस मूवीज। ही इज़ none other than Mr. Darshan for you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. When we say 70 plus movies, it's a lot for people who are just beginning. And 70 plus movies, 70 plus characters, what is one thing that you would want to give away to the youngsters?
Well, I think to be an actor is a great opportunity because you get to lead so many different lives. And it's also, in a very different sense, a very meditative thing.
True.
Because when you are acting, you are playing the character, you are in the character, but then you are also the witness to what you are doing.
True.
So the quality of witnessing, which our scriptures always say, that sakshi bhav, that is something that is very amenable to an actor. So it's a good fortune to be an actor.
True, true. You've also been you've worked in a Hollywood movie as well. Uh, what is the difference that you see? I mean, when we compare the industries, there are a lot of differences in the industry. What is there in Bollywood? What is missing in Bollywood, which Hollywood has, and what is missing in Hollywood, which Bollywood has?
Well, I think with the advent of technology, even what you call Bollywood and what I would probably call Indian cinema, the Indian cinema is catching up with the West, the Western, you know. But I should also say that apart from just the Hollywood part of the world cinema, which resides in Los Angeles and in America, there are a lot of other world, nationalities and other languages in which world cinema is making great strides. And now, because of the advent of OTT platforms, because of advent of web-based, channels, the entire industry is getting homogenized. So there are not really very different. Yes, certain aspects of the industry is always differ, but otherwise, everyone is waking up to the power of the narrative, the power of the story. Uh, we used to have in Hindi cinema, we used to have a lot of star system. Uh, the method of productions were quite inefficient. There was a lot of wastage of resources. But now, with the advent of good technology and educated technicians, I would say technicians who know, who have learned their processes in a very codified and formalized way as a part of an education degree or a diploma. Because of all this, I think we are becoming much more efficient in our storytelling. Of course, we remain the most, by volume. I think India is the most prolific entertainment industry. But in terms of professionalism, in terms of fair and equitable practices for artists, actors, especially, and other creative input people, we can learn still a lot from the West. Uh, we have very tactile and very disorganized way of functioning compared to them. I have done both, so I know. And the manner in which the rights and the manner in which the basic minimum fundamental rights of an individual are protected as an actor, as an artist, or as a technician. Let's say either you are a writer, you are a music producer, you are a editor, you are a director. All these people, the way they are treated there is a much more human and a much more respectable way than what they are treated here. Actually, I should say that. But having said that, in terms of richness of content, in terms of diversity of content, I think we are also competing quite well with them.
True, true, true. Also, do you think in the Indian cinema, typically known as Bollywood, there's a lot of typecasting?
Well, typecasting happens because casting directors lack the imagination. That one actor who is let's say playing a negative role in one film can also play a positive role in another. It's I think a very lazy way of doing casting. And but as long as there are actors who suffer from an insecurity about where their next movie is going to come from, where their next meal is going to come from, then they would also very actively participate in being typecast. You know, so if you have the luxury of not being typecast, I think you should afford that luxury.
Yeah, yeah. But I think many people do not even have the opportunity except
Very
for the available roles.
True, true.
Yeah. Also, sir, while we were doing research, you are a CA by profession.
Yes.
And again, acting. So there are a lot of people, I'm sure, a lot of CAs, a lot of professionals who are doing their 9 to 5 jobs. And somewhere they have that thing in, that they want to become actors or they want to come in cinema. What was that thing that made you decide that no, from now on, I will focus more on cinema, more on movies?
No, no. I would rather couch it in a different term that I used to kind of, be ambivalent about what I want to do
Okay.
till a certain age where I decided that no, now it's only fundamentally from the pursuit of my talent of acting that I will link my livelihood to. So that was the most fundamental difference.
Okay.
Doing a 9 to 5 job and doing these activities may be possible till a certain stature, till a certain point in your career. But then after that, you have to choose.
Yeah. We see you as a successful actor. We see you as an established human being. How important is the role of family in anyone who's successful?
Family is always very, very important. Uh, the fact that whatever are your unique talents, whether they are being appreciated by the family, whether they are being valued as such by the family around you, that way I have been fortunate personally. And but I also believe, on the other hand, that arts, any art, whether you're a painter, you are a sculptor, you are a singer, you are an actor, a director, a writer, any art is in essence a lonely pursuit because it is not a community activity unless of course you go and submit yourself. Let's say you are a part of a play and then you are a part of the team, but the relationship that you have with your art is very unique and it's very personal. So that way, an actor or an artist in general may feel a little alienated even while he is in the family. Whether the family approves of his doing what he does or not may depend on other mitigating factors like whether he is earning enough for the family or not, whether he's discharging his so-called responsibilities that he has towards his family, towards his parents, towards his society around him. That, I think, defines that interpersonal set of relationships, not otherwise.
Okay.
There is this very famous incident that we have in our scriptures, of Valmiki, who was basically a thief and वो लुटेरा था. And then when he went and asked his family members that I'm providing for all of you by stealing, by committing dacoity, are you a part of my sin or not? And they said, no, we are not a part of your sin. We are a part of what you bring on the table, but we are not going to be a part of your sin. And he realized that it is his and his alone. So this is, of course, a very different example. But what I'm saying, in essence, is that there are responsibilities that an artist may have in terms of his obligations towards his family. And I think there has to be a kind of a common meeting ground where he discharges that as responsibility also, as well as pursues his own passion also. So I think that balance needs to be there.
We striked.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about art, we see that today we have all these social media apps wherein people can create content in 60 seconds, and somehow we tag that under the category of art. How easy or difficult, or how has it impacted, organic things like theater, cinema? Because these days numbers matter. I mean, I
No,
have heard.
I do believe that whenever a trend appears on the horizon, it is always a very attractive trend. And with TikTok and with Reels, with Instagram and now the Threads and anything YouTube, everyone is a content maker, and everyone finds his own audience. So, but there is this physics principle of that water finds its own level.
True.
So, right now, I see that there are a lot of people living in villages who may not have 2 meals a day, but they have a telephone, they have a cell phone in their hand.
Absolutely.
And Karl Marx, of course, has said that religion is the opiate of masses. Just feed them religion and they will forget hunger, they will forget thirst. So, similarly, just now, I think social media is the opiate of the masses. But when the real hunger strikes, what you realize is that social media is not going to help you. So that moment of waking up is always there. And that's what, in fact, I was discussing just recently, was that this advent, as soon as social media, these apps will lose their charm, people will go back to find their alternatives. So, right now, of course, theater or the experience of going to a movie has been definitely impacted by OTT platforms. But live theater, a live experience, a live action evening is something that will not be really impacted so much.
True.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Yeah. Also, you have worked in so many movies. I'm sure people do not talk about this, but there are a lot of times, lot of rejections while casting or due to whatever reasons. How does anyone deal with rejections? Because that's become so difficult.
No, I think there has to be a resilience, a perseverance that you have to develop. I was having a word with a friend of mine, and we were discussing the ability of being like Teflon. So, like Teflon, being very hard, but that is sometimes to protect what is inside. So, inside you are vulnerable. Inside you are beset with a lot of self doubts, and if you face rejection, you feel, oh, you are not worthy enough. But no, it is merely one particular film or one particular play in which you have been rejected, suppose. Then that is a reality only up to that particular film is concerned or that particular project is concerned. It need not necessarily have any implications about what you truly are. And if your self belief is there about your own talent, And if you're, how shall I say it? There comes a time when the need to prove yourself again and again also takes a pause. So you must always understand that, are you doing this in order to just prove again to yourself that you are good enough? Or are you really doing this in order to have a real reinvention of your own abilities as an actor? So there are, these things happen in fits and starts. They don't have a smooth, continuous flow of process of growth. These moments of growth happen. And when they happen, then in hindsight, you come to know that, oh, okay, you were laboring under a certain misconstruct, you were laboring under a certain misconception about yourself because of certain rejection. And now you are out of it. So I think everyone has to find their own way of dealing with rejection and yet go on. You know, because courage is to move ahead. Courage is not absence of fear, as they say. Courage is, despite the fear, you take one step forward. So that courage you need to have.
True, true. So after so many years of experience, after so many projects, what kind of project are you longing for now? Or what are you seeing that what is exciting you now for future? What kind of projects will excite you?
Now, I would definitely look to be part of the narratives or the stories which which are of today's human experience, today's human condition. There is always inspiration to be had from stories which are perennial, which are timeless. I agree. But then the stories which reflect the immediate repercussions of being in a society, uh, dealing with such a lot of social media, having your own personal life, uh, being a citizen in a country which where, let's say, the idea of democracy is totally alive, but the institutions that ensure democracy, the fruits of democracy to you as a citizen, those institutions are not really working. This world right now, I'm sure, has a lot of stories which deal with people of my generation also. So it is those stories that really attract me. There used to be a time when I used to think there is this one particular character that I want to do, but no more.
Okay.
I think I think all characters
Wow.
uh, of people in my position, people in my, let's say, time frame, those all those characters are interesting because now I have realized that each person who is walking on the street has a story to tell, and he is unique. So for me, the entire world is a possibility, full of possibilities.
Recently in news, we were seeing that, about safety security, how Saif Ali Khan was stabbed.
Yes.
A lot, I mean, in city like Mumbai, it is not a common thing for people to even digest the fact. Do you think this has been there since forever? It's been highlighted now, or this has risen with a lot of factors?
No, you see, the problem with such mega policies like Mumbai is that every man is on an island. Even though we are jostling together, actually, I mean, do you really know who your neighbors are? I don't. I should confess. I don't know who's staying. There is one particular person I know. Otherwise, I am not aware of the neighbors. In the lift, when I go up and down my building, those who come and stand, none of us has the idea of turning towards the other person and say, "Hey, I'm Darshan. I live on the third floor," and introducing themselves. What has happened is there is a culture of total anonymity in Mumbai, and there are various for example, I mean, there are gaps. There is no security net as such. There are chinks in the armor, as they say. So what happened to Mr. Saif Ali Khan was very unfortunate, but it was very typical of any person in his position. Worry, not even a film actor. This wouldn't have been reported so widely, but it would have been reported still, because it would have meant something about breach of security, about the
Attempt,
need to be
attempt to murder.
attempt to murder. So that would have been there, but because it is Saif Ali Khan, It is definitely uh, concern is pouring out of all the areas of the society. Those who see him as a film actor, you know, so naturally that awareness was a lot more. But what also it throws up are the questions about the basic security that is there in Mumbai for people or not. For example, I can say about a couple of cities in Gujarat, maybe not today, but when I was there, for two young, fully dressed girls at the time of Navratri, it was very common for them to sit on a scooter and go at 2 o'clock at night from one venue of that Garba to another venue. And they would be okay. There would be nobody around who would pose a threat. Now that's mindset. I don't know whether it is still there in Gujarat, still now, but I hope it is. But in Mumbai also, Mumbai is a city that never sleeps. Yes, but still there are these dark corners and dark pockets where such things happen. So I think basic fundamental law and order uh, can be better.
Yeah.
I think we as citizens do deserve it.
True, true,
Yeah.
true. Sir, I'll say a few words and you tell me what comes to your mind when I say that.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Love,
Elusive,
hate,
temporary,
okay. Ego,
a challenge.
fame,
Again, illusory.
success.
More to do with what is inside.
True. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was lovely having you, talking to you. Because of time constraints, we cannot go on, but talking to you feels like, getting a resource from you because of your vast experience, because of your knowledge, because of the wisdom, all the wisdom that you are sharing. Thank you so much for coming. It was really our pleasure hosting you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.